thanks for being with me tonight, or this afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. How this universe really works, an introduction to you. That's what we're covering this time. I've been working around with a lot of different things, and I finally realized that I just had to get this out to you, because this is where everything's heading. There's one system that actually underlies everything you know, everything you experience, and all the potential that you could be. Let's begin at the beginning. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single first step. True old statement. But for some, it's not that simple. You see, that's the deal. That's the definition of insanity. You can keep doing the same things and expecting different results. Or you can get outside the box that you've built for yourself and start figuring out how this whole thing worked. So there's one basic to understand, that there is a simple underlying system to everything you see around you. This means that if you know the system, you can change what you see around you into whatever you want to appear. I'm not kidding here. You see nature around you, right? Nature is the same on every continent on this planet. You plant a seed with enough moisture, enough nutrients, enough sunlight, and it's warm enough, or not too warm, and that seed will grow. Period. No matter what soil you have, no matter what coast you're on, no matter what religion, what politics, what philosophy is running the place. Nature works regardless. And that's the whole point. If you know the system, like nature, that runs this universe around us, you can make anything you want appear. You can change the world into anything you want it to be. Need more money, better health, success? There are no limits. You can have, do, be anything you want. Period. It's just, if you know the system, you can work the system, you can make anything you want appear. And what you see around you is not what you get. You know that phrase, what you see is what you get? No, that's not correct. What you see around you is not what you get, but what you thought you'd get. You see, thoughts are things, as Prentice Mulford said. Whereas Napoleon Hill and Earl Nightingale say, you are what you think. And that's the whole point here. And what I'm telling you is that there are laws, rules, and principles. And they all fit together any way you want them. There are more efficient ways to fit them together, to achieve things faster, or to come up with a better, easier, more glamorous, or whatever style you'd like in your life. More peaceful. Any type of life you want, but you fit these things together. Once you understand how they work, you fit them all together, and then you've got whatever you decide you want. It's really kind of ridiculous, but it is the way it is. Let me touch you a little bit of background into this. The first discovery, all these books said the same thing. I sat down after 40-some years of living and decided what I needed to do was figure out what the hell was going on. So I started picking up these old books that said, well, you know, things can be improved. And I said, is there a common underlying system that predicts and says everything these authors are saying? Is there some underlying self-help system? And the funniest thing was that there was. All these guys say the same thing. Hill, Hanel, Troward, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, Law of Success. Hanel, you know him for Master Key System, Charles F. Hanel, Mental Chemistry, and some others. Thomas Troward, he wrote Edinburgh Lectures, Dore Lectures, Bible Mystery and Meaning. All these guys said the same thing. Now, you can say that they all followed each other because they all read each other. But at the same time, when you go back to these other books, you'll see there is no particular underlying thing that they all have in common. Hill studied 500 different people. And while you could say he got the stuff from Hanel, or he got the stuff from Troward, he's still over 500 different successful businessmen, entrepreneurs, and so on. That's his claim to fame. And yet he said the same thing, same basic principles that Hanel and Troward did. Troward, on the other hand, didn't interview people. He read all of the major religious texts in their own languages and studied them and distilled it down to a simple philosophy of thought. Hanel, in the middle between these two, was successful in his own right after studying a wide range of authors, not just Troward, but a wide range of authors. Wallace, another one who studied the same authors that Hanel did as far as I've been able to research. And there's others, Prentice Mulford, who was on the West Coast while Hanel was in St. Louis and in Mexico. Troward was in England, right, all back at the turn of the century. And they've come up with the same ideas over and over and over. And that's the whole point. There is one system, and from these self-help authors, it then became clear that there was one system of what was going on, how this universe works. And that's where the Go-Thunk-Yourself book series started. And that's what I'm going to be covering with this series. I hope to get them all up online with SlideShare or YouTube or whatever, so that if you can find them all, you can study everything in sequence. But this is, at least at this juncture, is a start to the whole thing. So this series was started, but only you can say where it ends, because you get out of something what you put into it. But it's always, whatever you do, if you put your whole self into it, you will get incredible results back. I can tell you this in these upcoming chapters. You can become rich, famous, and success. You can learn to think at internet speed. And I can tell you, without a doubt, the steps you need to take to make your dreams become reality. When you study the people around you, the great people that made fortunes from scratch, Michael Dell Computers, Gates, Microsoft, McDonald's founder Ray Kroc, Sam Walton, Walmart, any of these people, Warren Buffett, all these people are self-made. They've understood these basic secrets. And they aren't secrets. They're all through philosophy, all over the place. And only this modern internet age of ours has allowed these secrets, quote unquote, to come back to light and be combined. And I'm not just talking about out of my head here. You can talk to Wayne Dyer. You can talk to any of these guys that are successful. Tony Robbins. You talk to Jay Abraham. You start talking to these guys, listening to them, and you'll find out that they all really want a peaceful existence for everybody, as much prosperity that anybody can find in their own lives or create. They want everybody to succeed around them. And that's the spirit of this stuff. It actually is the route to world peace, to ending world hunger, to clothing everybody on the planet, to make sure that everybody has sufficient housing, and to have everybody educated and doing whatever they damn well please in their life, and making an uproarious success of themselves. It doesn't matter what religion they believe. It doesn't matter what politics they follow. But if they follow this system, if they understand the system, if they've worked it out for themselves, they will choose their own path up the mountain. And they will be a complete success as whatever they want to be. You see, there is one system, and it's up to you to find it, because nobody's going to find it for you. So, as I've said, this is just the merest introduction to this big iceberg of data that I've been amassing for the last 8 or more years. You can visit go-thunk-yourself.com to get a preview of it. I hope to bring far more than just this introduction to you in the near future. But for now, I wish you the best and greatest life you could possibly create for yourself. Thank you.